Welcome to Tech Trends. Today we will discuss about Indian independence struggle and present situation. Please like, subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for notifications. In 1857, diverse Indians rose against colonial rule, igniting a long struggle for freedom. The road to freedom was paved with sacrifices, from Gandhi's non-violence to Bhagat Singh's armed struggle. The year 1857 marked a turning point in India's history. Resentment against British policies, like the Enfield rifle cartridges greased with animal fat, sparked outrage. The annexation of states under the doctrine of lapse and economic exploitation fueled the rebellion. The sepoys' defiance ignited a widespread struggle for independence. The rebellion spread across northern and central India, uniting diverse groups against British rule. On May 10, 1857, in Meerut, sepoys refused to use the Enfield rifle cartridges. Their defiance led to a revolt, with sepoys marching to Delhi and proclaiming Bahadur Shah Zafar as emperor. The rebellion spread like wildfire, uniting Indians from all walks of life. The British responded with brutal force, killing rebels and civilians alike. Villages were razed, and those suspected of rebellion faced severe punishment. The 1857 rebellion, though suppressed, shattered the myth of British invincibility and fueled the desire for freedom. It led to significant changes, including the dissolution of the East India Company and the establishment of British Crown rule. A new generation of leaders emerged, dedicated to India's independence. Alluri Sitaramaraju ignited a rebellion for tribal rights. Bhagat Singh, a charismatic revolutionary, advocated for a socialist India. Subhas Chandra Bose, a visionary leader, sought support from Axis powers during World War II. Their commitment to freedom remains unquestioned. Mahatma Gandhi, a leader of extraordinary vision, defined the Indian freedom struggle. Gandhi returned to India in 1915, employing non-violent resistance. His leadership mobilized the masses, launching non-violent campaigns that shook the British Empire. These movements focused on social reforms and empowering the marginalized. Gandhi's call for non-violence set an example for the world. United we stand, the power of collective action. Millions of ordinary Indians rose up, demonstrating extraordinary courage. Women like Sarojini Naidu and Aruna Asaf Ali became powerful voices for independence. Leaders like Nehru and Patel played crucial roles in shaping the independence movement. Despite internal disagreements, the shared goal of a free India united the nation. In 1919, the Jallianwala Bagh massacre in Amritsar shook the nation. On April 13th, thousands gathered for a peaceful meeting. Brigadier General Dyer ordered troops to open fire on the unarmed crowd. For 10 minutes, gunshots filled the air, trapping people within the walled garden. The massacre became a symbol of colonial brutality. The aftermath of the Jallianwala Bagh massacre was horrific. Over 1,000 lives were lost, igniting anger and resentment against British rule. The massacre exposed the brutality of British imperialism. It strengthened the resolve of the Indian people to fight for freedom. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre was a stark reminder of the price of freedom. Indians faced countless acts of oppression and brutality throughout the struggle. From Chauri Chaura to cellular jail, the path to freedom was paved with sacrifices. Each act of cruelty deepened the commitment to the cause of freedom. The scars of these sacrifices serve as a reminder of the value of freedom and the indomitable spirit of the Indian people. Section 1. Dawn of a New Era. India on the world stage. August 15, 1947. A date etched in the heart of every Indian, a day that marked the culmination of centuries of struggle and sacrifice. After centuries under British rule, India finally broke free from the shackles of colonialism, emerging as a sovereign nation on the world stage. As the clock struck midnight, the Indian tricolour was hoisted high, symbolizing the birth of a new nation and the dawn of a new era. The celebrations were filled with a mix of joy, hope, and a tinge of sadness. The joy of achieving independence was tempered by the pain of partition, a painful chapter in our history that saw the subcontinent divided along religious lines. Millions were displaced, families were torn apart, and communal violence cast a dark shadow over the celebrations. Despite the challenges, there was an overwhelming sense of hope and optimism. Jawaharlal Nehru, India's first Prime Minister, eloquently captured the spirit of the moment in his iconic Tryst with Destiny speech. He spoke of India's long journey, the sacrifices made, and the challenges that lay ahead. He envisioned an India that would strive for justice, equality, and progress for all its citizens. The world watched with anticipation as India took its place among the community of nations. Many saw India's independence as a victory against colonialism, a beacon of hope for other nations struggling for self-determination. India's commitment to democracy and non-violence, principles championed by Mahatma Gandhi, resonated with people across the globe. Section 2. The Challenges of Freedom. A nation divided. The euphoria of independence was soon met with the stark realities of the challenges that lay ahead. The partition had left deep scars on the social fabric of the nation. Millions of refugees, displaced from their homes, sought refuge in a newly independent India, their lives shattered, their futures uncertain. The task of rehabilitation and integration was immense, testing the very foundations of the newly formed government. Communal tensions, inflamed during the partition, continued to simmer, posing a threat to the secular ideals upon which India was founded. The assassination of Mahatma Gandhi, the apostle of peace and non-violence, by a Hindu extremist just months after independence, sent shockwaves through the nation, highlighting the fragility of peace and the urgent need for communal harmony. The task of building a new nation from scratch was daunting. The economy was in shambles, burdened by the legacy of colonial exploitation. Poverty, illiteracy, and disease were rampant, and the social and economic disparities that had plagued India for centuries continued to cast a long shadow. The integration of princely states, which had enjoyed varying degrees of autonomy under British rule, posed another major challenge. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, India's first Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister, played a pivotal role in this process, skillfully negotiating the accession of these states into the Indian Union, ensuring the territorial integrity of the nation. Section 3. Laying the foundation, first steps towards progress. Despite the enormity of the challenges, the newly independent Indian government, led by Prime Minister Nehru, embarked on an ambitious path of nation building. We had a vision for a modern, socialist India. Recognizing the importance of education, we invested heavily in expanding access to education, establishing institutions of higher learning, and promoting scientific research. The Indian Institutes of Technology, established during this period, would go on to become world-renowned centers of excellence. Industrialization was seen as key to economic growth and self-reliance. Our government adopted a mixed economy model, promoting both public and private sector participation in industrial development. Large-scale industrial projects, such as the steel plants in Bhilai, Rourkela, and Durgapur, were undertaken to propel India towards industrial self-sufficiency. Recognizing the importance of agriculture in a predominantly agrarian economy, The government launched initiatives to improve agricultural productivity and empower farmers. Land reforms were introduced to address historical inequalities in land ownership, and irrigation projects, such as the Bakra Nangal Dam, were undertaken to bring water to parched lands. These early years were a period of intense activity, laying the foundation for India's future growth and development. While challenges remained, the spirit of optimism, the belief in a better future, and the commitment to building a strong and prosperous nation united the people of India. Section 1. Steering the Nation. From Nehru to Modi. From the time of independence, India has witnessed a remarkable journey of growth and transformation under the leadership of its prime ministers. Each leader, shaped by their own ideologies and the challenges of their times, has contributed to shaping the India we see today. As the architect of modern India, I laid the foundation for a strong and independent nation. My vision of a socialist India, with a focus on industrialization, scientific advancement, and social justice, guided the nation's early years. He navigated the complexities of a newly independent nation, dealing with issues like partition, poverty, and the integration of princely states. Following Nehru, leaders like Lal Bahadur Shastri and Indira Gandhi steered the nation through turbulent times. Shastri, known for his simplicity and integrity, led India to victory in the 1965 war with Pakistan. Indira Gandhi, a strong and decisive leader, oversaw significant events like the Green Revolution, the nationalization of banks, and the victory in the 1971 war that led to the creation of Bangladesh. The late 20th century saw India grapple with economic challenges and the rise of coalition politics. Leaders like Morarji Desai, Charan Singh, Rajiv Gandhi, P.V. Narasimha Rao, and Atal Bihari Vajpayee navigated these complexities, each leaving their mark on India's political and economic landscape. Narasimha Rao's tenure saw the liberalization of the Indian economy, opening it up to the world and ushering in an era of economic reforms. Vajpayee, a respected statesman, led India into the 21st century, overseeing a period of economic growth and infrastructure development. Section 2. Milestones and Transformations. India's Evolving Narrative. India's journey since independence has been marked by significant milestones and transformations. From a nation grappling with poverty, India has emerged as a global player. The Green Revolution transformed India into a self-sufficient food producer. India's advancements in space, nuclear technology, and IT showcase its technological prowess. Economic liberalization in the 1990s spurred rapid growth and a vibrant private sector. Despite achievements, challenges like poverty and inequality persist. Initiatives like Make in India and Digital India aim to boost manufacturing and digital literacy. The journey ahead is filled with opportunities and challenges, shaping the destiny of our nation. Section 1. The Unfinished Chapter. India's journey continues. India's journey from the flames of 1857 to the vibrant democracy it is today is a testament to the unyielding spirit of its people. From the shadows of colonial rule, India rose, driven by the dreams of freedom fighters. They dared to imagine a free India, igniting a flame that swept away oppression. The road to freedom was paved with their sacrifices and struggles. Today, India stands tall on the world stage, a testament to the vision of its founding fathers. But our journey is far from over. The challenges of poverty, inequality, and social justice still demand our attention. As we celebrate our achievements, we must also acknowledge the tasks that lie ahead. With courage and a shared vision, we can build an India that lives up to the dreams of those who fought for its freedom. Please like, subscribe, and press bell icon for notifications.